Welcome to Rustic Race Review, part deux. We're getting ready for France, so I'm working on my French. But we are in our lodging. I feel like we should probably explain this part of it while you're seeing.
Okay, so the deal is, and we've discussed this in another video, I should not be in charge of finding lodging for us.
Billy's cheap.
Yeah. I don't think there's any other way to put it. I mean, if I'm sorting places, then I'll look at the distance from the race venue and all of that. But the initial sort is by price.
Yeah.
So I use Priceline for most stuff. I got a Priceline credit card that gives me a pretty good discount on stuff. But with Priceline, sometimes you don't get exactly what you think that you might get. So there are some hotels, I mean, especially if you do like an express deal or a name your own price type thing, they reserve their worst rooms
For that.
So it might be the room next to the elevator, or maybe they've remodeled the whole hotel but not this one room. I don't know. There's been times where we've gotten in and we've been like, yeah, okay, well, you get what you pay for. So anyway, so I'm looking on Priceline and I see this lodge.
Yeah.
And it's half the price of anywhere else. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I look at it, and you could tell that it's open air, but it has beds. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna tease Sydney with this. So Sydney's coming, and Sam's here. So Sydney was at the house, and I was like, hey, let me show you where I picked out for us to stay. Mind you, I haven't booked anything yet. I was just showing her, and she looked at it and she was like, that looks pretty cool. And I'm like, really? Because it's like half the price of everything else. I'm game if you're game. I mean, So we book it, and we're like, all right, well, we'll try it out and see. Do you want to talk about driving up?
I find out about this on an airplane. So
we're staying at a rustic place.
I have given no input. I will not complain about wherever we stay, so long as I can sleep. And that's pretty much my baseline. It's rustic. Where we're staying is rustic. So it's like, okay, go tell me more. I'm gonna need some more details about rustic. It's like, what's on the walls? Sydney goes, there's not any walls. Where we're going, we don't need walls. So, okay,
I mean, it's New Hampshire in June.
Yeah.
We don't know what the temperature is going to be, but I'm assuming you don't need air conditioning.
Yeah, I need air conditioning to sleep. I need it for it to be cool to sleep. So if I can't sleep, I don't like it. But yeah, it's New Hampshire in June, so it's not hot. So I checked the weather before we left, and of course I knew it was getting down to like the 50s overnight. So
when we fly in, we have to go off campus because, again, didn't plan. So the rental car that we needed a big rental car. We ended up getting a truck. We had to go somewhere away from the airport, so we get in a Lyft, I guess. It wasn't even Uber, it was Lyft. And the driver says, I took my snow tires off in April, and that was a mistake. You need to wait until June to take your snow tires off. So
welcome to New Hampshire.
Yeah. So I'm assuming
Vermont,
it just doesn't ever. That was Vermont, but yeah, I'm assuming it doesn't get hot up here. So anyway, it's rustic. We're all game. Let's see what happens. I mean, it has 3 beds, and here's a king size bed.
Hang on, we should go ahead and go in the drive up check-in process because
I
don't want to spoil the story.
So we drive up, and let's go ahead and give the name of this place. Ogontz or Ogontz.
Ogontz is what we've decided it's called.
Ogontz. Ogontz. So we drive up, and there's a guy waving us down in the parking lot, and he's like, hey, are you here for dinner? And we're like, well, no, we're here to check in. And he was like, oh, well, just pull. There's no parking, but just pull right over here and go into the dining room and ask for Ryan, and Ryan will get you hooked up. And so we go in the dining room. So it's a restaurant, right? I mean, it's like a lodge restaurant. Or
Lodge
whatever.
restaurant.
Home cooking, I guess.
Yeah,
is probably.
so, I would say communal tables, long tables, and so you would be sitting with another family.
Anyway, there's paperwork out for us that says, welcome William, and some disclaimer that we have to sign because I guess if we get
COVID.
hurt, we get hurt here. Oh, is it COVID? All right,
That's
so
what
whatever.
said.
If we catch COVID while we're here, then
It's
not their fault. So anyway, so number 8 is what it says on our little postcard, and so he has a little map, and he gives us a little map, and he talks about. I mean, they have like free paddle boards and canoes and kayaks, and there's a swimming area, and there's some tennis courts, and please take advantage of all of this.
So
and
you
we're
play
like,
with everything.
We were like,
super friendly.
We're here for a race, man. I don't know what you're talking about, but Anyway, he was super friendly. So we go to number 8.
And Sydney took a picture.
Yeah, number 8. Mind you, I told you that sometimes places save special rooms for Priceline deals. Number 8 was quite possibly the special Priceline deal. So we're looking at it, and there's no sheets. The beds are kind of in a disarray. Well, you can see on the video. It was disappointing, and we're like.
So my first question are we supposed to bring our own sheets?
I didn't read that far in the description. Maybe.
Yeah. And once again, there's no cell phone coverage here. Just like at the race, no cellular. Apparently Verizon doesn't believe in New Hampshire. But it's not like we can call anybody and check.
But at least there were some people next door. And the people next door had their place all cute. It had, bedspreads and stuff with towels with little designs on the towels, folded in a special way or whatever, like you wouldn't in a hotel. And we're like, hey, did y'all bring your own sheets? And they were like, no. And so they're looking at our place. And I mean, these places are not but 5 feet from each other. Probably not even 5 feet. So, I mean, you can see. And they were like, no, our place didn't look like that. And so, of course, we're running behind and we need to get our bikes put together. So me and Sam start putting the bikes together, and we send Megan and Sydney down to talk to Ryan and see what the deal was.
Really? We brought the hammer.
And Sydney comes back and she's like, yeah, Priceline deal, that's what you get. And I'm like, that's what I get. And then she starts laughing and says, "No, that's not what it was. You're supposed to be in a better place or whatever." So I don't know what the miscommunication was, but Ryan hooked us up and gave us a nice place that has a king bed, a twin, and then this is a double. So there's plenty of room for all of us to sleep, and it is open air.
It's a rustic resort, so let's loosely define nice place. You're looking at a picture. Once again, we can sleep.
It looked better than number 8.
It definitely. So Ryan might send everybody to number 8 first. After you go that, then all the rest of them look like
you don't complain about anything.
Yeah, the penthouse. I mean, I've slept fine. We've had no issues. So I'm once again not complaining so much as informing what a rustic resort is. I think is really important to know.
So they call it glamping. It's a community bathroom. This is open air. It does have screens on it.
It was an old girls' camp.
It was an old girls' camp. Is what we were told. So it looks kind of like if you've been to a Boy Scout camp or any kind of like church camp type thing. I mean that's what it is. I mean there are nicer places. There's enclosed places that I'm assuming have air conditioning. I don't know. That wasn't on. That wasn't
apparently
on my.
That was not on the Priceline deal.
Radar,
so. Really had sorted by. So yeah, I actually got no complaints. It's fine. This is really nice. We're having a good time.
I wouldn't say that it's really nice, but I'd recommend it. I mean, the people are super friendly.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean,
sorry, know what you're getting into.
Yeah,
nice given that it's an open air.
Yeah, so you're camping. This is the first time we've camped at a race. I mean, pretty much.
I wouldn't call this camping so much as I guess glamping, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we're sleeping on a mattress, so
and there's it's community bathrooms, but they have showers and running water and all that. And there's even electricity in this place. I mean, it's only a light fixture and one outlet.
There's 2 total plugs. 1 outlet, 2 plugs. So bring a power strip.
Yeah. I mean, but that's plenty enough to charge stuff or whatever. I mean, you're not fixing to watch TV or anything here, but I mean that's kind of what it's about, right?
Yeah.
And you can't surf the internet because there's no phone service, so you're.
But plenty of there was disc golf set up, there's soccer, there's
a little swimming hole that we went and swam in.
Activities.
Plenty of stuff. So we actually kind of highly recommend it, as long as you know what you're getting into.
Yes. Yeah, I'd stay here again.
Okay. So we fly into Vermont, fly into Burlington, Vermont. Mm-hmm. What is Burlington, Vermont known for?
Ben & Jerry's. Sorry.
Very first ice cream shop for Ben & Jerry's was in Burlington, Vermont.
Yeah.
And just outside of Burlington, Vermont is the only Ben & Jerry's ice cream factory. So, of course, we got to stop.
Yeah, you're racing the next day. Whatever. All of those calories are sitting on your stomach. Yeah, we got to stop. Absolutely.
It was not our best race day. I wonder if that had anything to do with it.
We're going to have to attempt another Ben & Jerry's race on a more equitable platform.
We've set PRs eating pizza.
Yeah.
So it can't be the pizza that we had.
No.
Maybe it was the Ben & Jerry's?
It could. I'll blame the Ben & Jerry's. It might have been the race course. It might have been
mine was delicious.
Yeah, the Ben & Jerry's was fantastic.
Running out of time.
All right, so let's talk about our exit from New Hampshire. So I booked Megan and Sydney's tickets early, like in March, because I was trying to get them in before Delta changed some price stuff. So their tickets were actually pretty cheap. But we had planned on doing 2 races, and so we were coming home Monday. So when I booked my ticket, I went ahead and booked it. I booked it later, which was more expensive. But anyway, I booked it later and named it just did the same itinerary as them. Sam forgot to even...
I absolutely was booking tickets and totally missed this race.
So it kind of worked.
The latest.
It kind of worked out for him because by the time he booked, Mont Tremblant had been canceled, and so he decided, well, no reason to stay till Monday. Let's go. I'm going to go home on Sunday, which would be fine. And I was like, well, I'll just change our tickets. But mind you, I got a really good price on Megan and Sydney's tickets, and so it's going to be really expensive to change them to go to Sunday. So we'll just stay till Monday. We can pay for another hotel room, no problem. So Sam's like, well, I'm still going home on Sunday. And I'm like, that doesn't matter to me. That's fine. But what he didn't tell me was what time his flight leaves on Monday.
I mean, how is that relevant to this?
Sunday.
Yeah. I don't understand relevance at all. So we're on the way out here, and it's kind of a ways.
I mean, we're an hour and 45 minutes from the airport, from right here.
So my question was, where are we staying Saturday night?
At the lodge. It's cheap.
An hour and 45 minutes away. Why is this a problem? Because my plane takes off at 6:30. You need to be there.
It was 6.
It boards at 6. Takes off at 6:30.
Man, that's 30 more minutes of sleep I can get.
Hang on now. We hadn't gotten to that.
Okay.
So you've got to be there at least an hour ahead of time to get your bags all the way through. Although the Burlington, Vermont airport is
it's pretty small.
Compact.
It's kind of actually pretty cool. The way that it's set up.
Yeah, that's really neat. I
but it is small.
On the way out. But yeah, it's a small airport, so my bag shouldn't have any problem. But yeah, that puts us getting up right around closing time for the bars. So we will be waking up at 2:30 in the morning to drive to Burlington to drop me off.
So you're talking about me being cheap. Why is it that you booked a 6 a.m. flight?
Because it was cheaper.
Yeah. See?
I'm staying in the same hotels as you and not complaining. I don't. Okay. Yeah, no. I put you in charge of hotels because apparently I booked the Penthouse Ritz. I don't know. But so far we're saving money on hotels, no problem.
I guess we're saving money on flights too. We're just not going to get any sleep. poor Megan and Sydney, they got to get up with us because, I mean, it's an hour and 45 minutes away. It's not like we're going to go drop him off and come back. I mean, we're done. When we leave here at 2:30 or 3 o'clock, whenever we're leaving, we're gone.
I want to end this with a slideshow of Burlington, Vermont by twilight because they'll be awake. So, just have them go through the town and
we are going to try to find something to do on Sunday. I think we're going to try to go for a hike or something. Whatever. My legs are so sore that I hopefully will be able to do something. But
so, speaking of travel mishaps, look forward to our next video where we talk about different flights to France. How we're not on the same airplane. Gonna be interesting.
I had nothing to do with that. This is all Sam's fault.
Whoa. We don't know that yet. We're going to do some digging. I can't take Billy's claims at face value. So, stay tuned. It should be fun.